Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, in the very, very distance, that's the blue Mediterranean Sea. And of course, that's downtown Paphos. We're heading in that direction, but we're not going there. No, we're going to transcend through the extremities of Paphos, kiss the Paphos Mall, and head out along the Tomb of the Kings Avenue, and probably going to conclude this video somewhere in and around Clorica and Kisonica. So an interesting drive through the extremities of Paphos. Probably going to hit the odd pothole or two, but probably you're going to get to learn something as we travel. And I'll shout out to one or two of the superstars along the way. The girl in charge of the show, obviously, that's Dame Anne. She's getting ready to come to Paphos very, very soon indeed. She's checked out that she's packed her chuchka shoes or her boots, because you never know, the weather may have changed by then. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it has, because at the moment, if you're wondering what the temperature is, we're in the middle of July and the temperature really has ramped up. My old girl here says outside is 36 degrees. She's a German Mercedes, and in general, but they don't lie, so I believe her. When I popped out of the car before, well, it was literally unbearable. Now, I understand if your name's Miss Diana and you're in downtown London and the rain is trickling down the panes of the glass as you look out into the greyness, I understand that that might sound very good. And perhaps if you're coming for a week, 10 days, perhaps even a fortnight, but not the rest of your life, it's going to be a spectacular time, and you're going to get a great holiday indeed. And hopefully we'll bump into each other on the downtown Paphos promenade or in the harbour area. If you can't find us, message me, and of course we'll come and hunt you down, that is for sure. We're going to join the old airport road. That's what's coming up. If we were to go to the left, we'd head out towards Timmy, Mandrea, Anarita, and of course the airport itself. But we're not going to go left. No, we're going to go right. And as the sign in front tells you, Koloni is 2 kilometres and Paphos is 7. So we're going to go straight through the centre of Paphos, especially for you. My brother's going to wonder where the hell is he going, because he was ahead of us in a goldy coloured Fiat, if you were curious to know. We're delivering a car. Don't tell Lady Ali or Sir Neil, but we're going to deliver a car to downtown. So guess what? If you come back for the next little video, we'll be whizzing around somewhere between Kisonica and Coral Bay, especially for you. Big shout out to some of the other superstars who like to tune into the little channel known as Marika and me now and again. My superstar all the way out in downtown Krakow in Poland. Her name is Anna, and of course her surname is Star. Good morning, Dislin Dobra, to my legend of a lawyer, Miss Anna, my superstar. Mr. Thomas, I hope you're keeping well. And of course, my great friend and their son, Mr. Bart, who did exceptionally well in his exams. He's going to be the future greatest lawyer in the world. There's no doubt about that. Big shout out to some superstars in downtown Bury, on the outskirts of Manchester. They were here for just over a week. They had a great holiday indeed. Big shout out to our social media director, that's Mr. Nathan, a legend amongst legends. Of course, his mum, Miss Julia, and of course his dad, Mr. Dave. Good morning to you guys. Hopefully you had a great holiday. I think you did. It was a great honour and a pleasure to meet you, and we're looking forward to meeting you again. Maybe not till next year, but of course these years do tend to go rather quickly indeed. And we wish you some happy painting, Mr. Dave. We really do indeed. Nathan, you chill out, because college is out, and you never know, you might get that superstar job as that media director on that top floor in that spectacular hotel, looking out across that blue Mediterranean Sea. 5 or 6 years, I promise you, young man, that job will be there waiting for you. We got to meet some more superstars along the way, obviously. I thought that Miss Rachel and Mr. Jason had gone back to York. I mentioned this yesterday, and I think we mentioned it last night as well. But guess what? They're not. They're here. I was shocked. I was sitting in the Pelican restaurant and they appeared out of the blue, and my brain just couldn't work it out. I was convinced they'd flown back in, especially to see us. But no, they just hadn't gone away in the first place. Unfortunately, they are going to go away very, very soon, but we will enjoy our time together. And I'm pretty sure that Mr. Jason's having a time of his life on a jet ski this morning, and I'm sure Miss Rachel is lounging by a sun lounger, having a daiquiri or two tipped over her head, especially for you. Little funny story they were telling me yesterday. They were lounging on sun loungers at the luxury 5-star hotel known as the Amarby in downtown Paphos, enjoying the spectacality of the views across that blue Mediterranean Sea. And they ordered some drinks, and unfortunately the waitress, there was a bit of a wind, and you know, the ground is not that even when you're walking around sunbeds on grass and that kind of stuff. Anyway, unfortunately the daiquiri tipped and wallop all over Miss Rachel's head, and she saw the funny side of it and had a damn good laugh, and well, there you go. But since then, they've had an advantage. Now they get 3 daiquiris non-stop, and apparently they are the biggest daiquiris the world has ever seen. So there's always a silver lining, isn't it? Always a silver lining. And absolute superstar, Miss Rachel is. She really, really is. She's a person that has a big, big place in my heart, and of course in Marika's heart. As does everyone that we meet. We want to meet the world, by the way. If you're looking for us, we're on the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade and harbour area pretty much every day, unless you haven't noticed. And we try to keep our videos interesting. We look to meet new people every single day. We look to introduce you to superstars along the way and have a chat with them, and 1 or 2 of you seem to like it and you come back again and again. But if you want to get yourself on camera, if you want to have a chat with Marika and me, well, we're storming that promenade and that harbour area, or somewhere in the Cape of Paphos area, normally from around about 7:30 through July and August in the evening, obviously, because it's very, very hot in the day, and well, you know, I have to work and those kind of things, so we wait for it to cool down. Such a receiver booth likes to chill out all day in front of the air conditioning unit while she does her nails and those kind of things, has a chat with her mum and her dad, and plans what outfit that she might wear for the evening. But we do kick into life at around about 7:30, and if you do miss us and you want to find us, well, guess what? We will be in the harbour area in one of the bars along the first section. So we may be in King's, we may be in Theo's, we may be in the Pelican, we may be in the Jalamo, we may be in South Castle, or we may be in Stevie's, but we'll always be on the buildings side, not in the restaurant side, sitting out over the water. So pretty easy to find. I'm an idiot in a blue hat, often in a pair of sunglasses. Normally I'm sitting down and take them off, but you know, sometimes I do keep them on because I am an idiot. But one thing is for sure, there is always a blonde beauty sitting beside me, sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right, but she's never very far away. And if you see us, please come over and say hi. If we're sitting with other people, don't think that you're rude. You're not. You'd be very rude not to come over. So come over and say hi. And well, you never know, we might get to have a chat or two over a frappe, or over a coffee, or even over a daiquiri, as long as it's not getting spilt over Miss Rachel's head, because that would be not nice for it to happen twice. Although Jason would probably find it hilarious. There we go. Downtown Paphos on an exceptional morning indeed. You may have noticed that that sky is looking pretty blue. At the start of the video, if you rewind it, you'll notice that the blue Mediterranean Sea was certainly looking very blue indeed. Mr. Paul, guess what? He's dressed head to toe in blue. All that's missing is you. So want to get yourself on that big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me are quite simply waiting for you. Let's carry on with a shout out to 1 or 2 of the stars out there that now and again like to come and treat us on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's a secure platform where you can buy us a virtual coffee, and we can go and transfer your money into a real coffee and drink it especially for you. Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, pop it into Google and up it will come. Now, some of the stars. Well, we've got a little dog called Bobo. He's a genius of a dog. We understand that that is Mr. Sean, and of course our weather girl, Miss Dawn. Thank you very, very much indeed. Peter Tissot, thank you very much indeed. Michael Crompton, Sir Michael Crompton, thank you very much indeed. The list does go on. We've got Rachel, who I've just been talking about. Thank you very, very much. And we do thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. The channel is funded very, very simply by you being very, very kind indeed to us and sending us a coffee or two now and again. You can also choose to join us as what we call a superstar member. What does that mean? On the same platform, buy me a coffee platform, not buy me a, well, you know what I meant. Anyway, you can actually take all of the complexity out of it and make a one-off attachment to your card, shall we call it, and then every month just send us €10, and we thank you very, very much. It'll keep us going. Some of the stars who like to do it, well, the girl in charge of the show, Dayman, thank you very, very much indeed. Anna, our superstar, thank you very, very much. We've got Lady Ali, Sir Neil, thank you very much. Lady Heather, Sir Steve, thank you very, very much. Peter Crompton, thank you. The list goes on and on and on, and we do thank you very, very much. Some people we've met, some people we haven't, but we hope to meet you all very, very soon indeed. You can also hunt us down on YouTube itself, where the like button, the dislike is, we don't mind that much. Scroll across and you've got shorts, you've got downloads and all sorts of other little bits that you can do on YouTube, but there's also a heart-shaped button, and underneath it says thanks, and in the middle of it it's got a $sign. That is the thanks button, or to give it its correct title, the super thanks button. Again, you can make a small contribution to the little channel known as Marika and Me, and we thank you very, very much indeed. We are in central Paphos, if you're curious. There's building works going on everywhere. Slowly but surely, Paphos is very, very much being rejuvenated. We apologise to some of the people who've come here this year and been obviously very, very inconvenienced, shall we say, with the big digger in and the dusting and all these kind of things that are going on. But these things have to be done. Unfortunately, COVID-19 caused a bit of a bottleneck, and well, things got, should we say, postponed and delayed, and all of those things now have kicked into life in one go, shall we say. Perhaps not the greatest of decisions, but these things do have to be done. When it's all done, it's going to look much, much better, and the pieces that have been done, most people do agree, do look much, much better indeed. So please forgive Paphos for, shall we say, inconveniencing you this year, and please perhaps come back next year, or give us a couple of years and come back, because it is a great place. We have great weather, great hospitality, pretty good cuisine, and above all else, well, Marika and me are here, and we'd like you to come back. Please. We are at the crossroads now. If we were to go literally straight through the big building in front of us, we would enter the Old Town. That's the Noir, and then next door to that is the Boulevard. What should we call them? Wine bars, cafeterias, tapas bars, those kind of things. If you come up here, certainly on a Friday and Saturday night, they are absolutely packed to the rafters, and there was loud, I don't know what kind of music you'd call it, but music with a very, very strong beat, shall we say. I'm a little bit too old for it. I came up this way last night at about midnight, after we'd been sitting with some friends in the harbour, who happened to be Rachel and Jason. But anyway, my eardrums were popped. It was, to use a good old-fashioned saying, it was banging in the Old Town of Paphos. So again, if you're looking for somewhere different to come, this could be that place for you. It's only, what, 15-20 minutes walk from the harbour area. There is a bus that will bring you up here, obviously not late at night, obviously, but obviously it's a good taxi service, probably going to cost you €10 each way. Oh my God, what are they doing now? They're digging again. Oh my God, they've closed the road again. There we go. So that road's been closed off yet again. It was only opened a few months back. So now we're going to have to take a diversion, you see. See how the videos are live. This is Kennedy Square on the left-hand side. We're now going to take a left here and literally go through the Old Town, especially for you. And we're going to work out towards the Tomb of the Kings area. So if you come back to the little channel known as Marika and Me now and again, you will get to learn your way in and around downtown Paphos. Not that big a place, but quite complicated with all these little twisty streets. Some are dead ends and some are one ways. Don't worry about that bit. If it's a one way, you can go any way you want down it, as long as you're only going one way. Am I right? There we go. Traffic lights, don't worry about them. Red, green, amber. I mean, it's quite difficult to go on through amber, isn't it? You've got to be very, very skilled indeed. Most people just go on through it green, or in Cyprus, red. Why not? Nothing wrong with it, eh? As long as it's clear, but even if it's not, put your foot down and boot it. There we go. We are entering the Old Town. You can see some of these buildings again. This one's come a long way, to be honest. I mean, if you look at the other side of it, the right-hand side, and you look at the left-hand side of it, you'll understand what I'm saying. So it's a slow process on these old buildings, isn't it? Wherever you live in the world, trying to maintain some of their architecture, trying to make some new facades, because obviously you can't just buy them off the shelf, because these buildings are pretty old. Now we're in a traffic jam. What's going on? Dizzy Blonde, what are we doing? We're stuck in traffic. That's the bus station on our right hand side, by the way. It's not open, but it's almost finished. When it's open, when it's finished, we'll go and have a look at it, especially for Ronnie Zamiri. He likes a good bus station. He likes to whiz around the island on the intercity buses and the local buses. And to be fair, the bus services in and around Paphos Cyprus are very, very good indeed. Very efficient and extremely cheap. Although I'm not a bussy kind of person, I'd rather pump out some CO2s, especially for me, as I drive around in my big old girl, gasoline, what's gasoline? Guzzling the gas, guzzling the benzene. Old Town of Paphos on a Saturday morning, very, very hot indeed. Not a lot going on, to be honest. I think most of the locals and shop owners have decided that summer has begun. They're going to go and sit on the beach. Although in Paphos, most things don't open up till about 10, by the way. And then around about 12:30, it's time to go for lunch. Coming back after lunch, well, we'll think about it, shall we? We'll think about it. Oh, they've opened that road up there. There we go, just to confuse us. But I know at the bottom of that road, it's dug up, so I wouldn't go down it if I was you. Let's take a wheel through here. And over here now is the temporary main bus terminal. I know that sounds weird, but if you understand, this is where they've moved the buses to while they are building the bus station. And this is it. The big blue buses park up down there. That's the actual, what's this idiot doing? There you go. That's where the bus terminal is there, should we say. That's where the local bus is, and then the hutch next to it is for the intercity buses. Intercity buses are always in green. Local buses are in blue. Intercity are in green. Normally, they have the number on the bus, which is tradition, like 615 is the bus from Paphos to Coral Bay, and normally it would say Coral Bay or Harbour or Old Town in English as well. All the bus drivers speak pretty good English. Some of them speak better English than you and me, obviously. But if you ask them when you get on, does this bus go to the Old Town? Does this bus go to Coral Bay? They will answer you with a yes or a no, or maybe just with a grunt, but you'll get the idea. Here's a bus coming up now, Municipality Market, called Bus 610. So literally where we just come from is where that bus is going, because that's the Municipality Market area in the Old Town. So that is Bus 610. There we go. Of course, you can go on to paphosbuses.com with a CY on the end, but just Google Paphos buses. It's all on there. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you do like what you see, perhaps hit that like, click that subscribe, and hey, come back for a little bit more of a madness, and you never know, you might get to enjoy yourself as we whiz around on these rather bad roads in downtown Paphos. Look at that lady, oh so sweet, Caroline. Get your bottom on that memory foam pillow, but just before you do, pour a tot or two for the legend, for the superstar known as Lord Nigel Big Guns. And don't feel sorry for those two boys who were sitting in the boot. They're juppers, but I've got plenty of cushioning. Who are those two boys? Those two twins, those couple of pains, Lord Simon and Lord Jeremy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again very, very soon. This is going to be the main road here that links Paphos to downtown Paya. This is Two of the Kings Road. Straight across the road there is actually the archaeological site You want to see some columns, no, not Collins. Well, there may be the odd Colin in there, but columns and some mosaics. That could be the place for you. But not if your name is Miss Andrea and you've got a peacock called Mr. Mott. Thanks for watching.